apart. But yeah, on our last game, does anybody remember what happened on our last game? Because I remember that when we last walked into this underwater city, this Atlantis under port, the planet, or within it, more like it, we sort of investigated that there were, well, the people that you guys were following, your quarries, had found their way inside. Some of them were cut down, yet others escaped, and apparently were in grasp of some individuals that seem to be young beings that they escaped with. And as you guys went to recover them, eventually arriving to them, you found yourselves in a scene where, well, essentially, you were you had to defend yourselves and break free those said children themselves from the control of whatever these things were, these vampire-like entities. They seemed to consume blood, had necrotic abilities, but still used fire to their beck and call, it seemed. Despite all that, you guys took care of them, destroying them and freeing Ali, a literal ally of Branza's past.
Ally.
Yeah. That was not because of that, but sure, yeah, that works. And after rescuing everybody and getting the children to the hospitals, which you guys did so with no issue at all, swimming past the entire city, swimming through it, you guys eventually just dropped them off, went to a bar, talked to a ghostly figure that's hanging around in the middle of a bar, got some free drinks from nice fellow meat men. That's MIXT, if anyone's asking. And they gave you a bit of a weird eye, as if they recognized you, Donkz. In D&D, I'll tell you now that as required, we'll move past, through, and to whatever part we need to be. So I'm more curious in specifically what you guys got from your level up, because you leveled up. But I want to know specifically, what is it that you do within your 6 days that it takes you to reach your full level up? What is it that you guys do to get these abilities, get these new features?
My only new feature is that I get to attack twice. So I started attacking a dummy at the police station for 3 days straight.
That
So I could
sounds
start attacking.
good enough for me. That sounds perfect, actually. And you guys also had an intent of using some of that free time, because you're not going to spend 6 whole straight 24 hours times 6 days smacking at a dummy, but you will have some free time for yourself. And I think you guys were talking about trying to talk to Captain Vrez about getting started on your proficiency for firearms.
Yep. That's correct.
Is that for both of you?
Yeah, I wanted to learn how to use a gun.
Okay, yeah, sounds good. Okay,
The
so
very basics of a gun.
So here's how we're gonna do things. We're gonna do things a little backwards. You guys have your features, and McClean, what feature did you get from your level 6? Is there anything special?
I got a feature
Mm-hmm.
that hold up, I'm still pulling up the site.
That's fine.
I know the general structure of the new feature.
Yeah,
but
give it to us. It don't have to be verbatim, but yeah.
Well, yeah, but I want to get the specifics right.
Okay, sounds good. Thank you. Well, in this time, then, did you get it up yet?
Yeah, I got
Then go ahead.
my walking speed increased by 5,
Mhm.
and I gained climbing speed and swimming speed equal to my walking speed.
Okay.
So to gain that stuff, I kind of asked Captain Vrez if they got some like training courses to run, if they got some rock walls, some like lake swimming areas.
Well, you're in the water
We are
already, so
We're underwater.
pretty much covered in that
If I
part.
can make it like water where I don't move like I'm in the air.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah. They have streams that have more force and exert more pressure. Lower right outside of the city. This starts going into real water territories. You start to notice, and practicing there does give you a sense of the oceanic life, as in it literally is dangerous to just hang around there for much longer than necessary, but it does function as a training ground enough for you to get that tick of the swimming speed, so that's covered. The running, again, simple enough. This place has the features where you can land, and then climbing, you're looking at spires, baby, so we're good there. Is there anything else to your additions for level 6?
Nope, just the 5 foot increased walking speed and the
Great.
swimming and climbing speed to match.
So it wouldn't take any more than 6 days. So at this point, it's been 6 days, essentially. So like as I said, we're gonna do it backwards. At the end of this is what you guys already have, your abilities, and anything that is done now, we'll just obviously use your abilities to call it that. But on the first night you arrived, specifically, this gentleman, and I tell you right now, I don't remember what I called him, but the meat folk that is definitely here, he offered Donkz something specifically, more of a request from Donkz, for Donkz. Was it from Donkz? He's requesting something from you. He asked you specifically, Donkz, if you'd be willing to help him out. He has this monthly meeting, and he just needs a little bit of help to entertain the folks that are there. Now, generally, the people that come to this meeting are of ill repute. If if you help him, and again, you tell me if Donkz says yes or no. If you help him, he essentially is okay with you sleeping and drinking at his pub, at his store, at his place of business. Does it have a name? Let's see. Yeah, it's a Siren's Whale.
Siren's Whale, man.
Yes.
That's where my good friend George lives. No, George is my god.
George is your gun. Do you remember his name? I don't remember. I could probably remember. Condor. Was it Condor? Or Gerald?
I had it written down. Down here somewhere on my notepad. If I can find it in my thing. Oh man, I didn't save it.
That's all right. So, but the question is, would you help him out?
What's the request again?
He just needs a little bit of assistance entertaining a meeting that's happening. He wants to essentially set up a fight where you could show off your skills, and the current champion of this meeting could show off their skills. And then
do I get money from this? Wait, no, I get free stay.
Of course. So yeah, listen, we're gonna give you. You can stay at the bar, like I said. As soon as everyone's out, you can stay. This meeting only happens once a month, so on that day, it'll be pretty packed. And that night, you might not want to stay here, because it's gonna get pretty rowdy after the fight and everything. And so you might want to look for something else, or you know what? Probably you might take my room. But then what am I gonna do? I'll figure something out for us. How about that? But drinks are on us if you help me out, and you and your friend, for sure. But essentially, he does offer if you'd help him out with the fight.
But did he say that the money, or did he just, I am allowed to stay here and I'm allowed
There's definitely a pool. People will be making bets on you. You get 10% of the bets earned, yes.
Yeah, sure, man.
Yeah,
Yeah, man.
Just don't lose. I'm gonna put money down on you, okay? The current champ, they got some odds on them, man. They're kind of like you a bit. They look pretty and he's stuttering as he says that, looking at you up and down, and not sure if he's gonna offend at saying this, but he says like a feline. Is that bad? Feline? Is that alright? Do you know what I mean? Do you get it?
I start getting quite. I get suspiciously quiet as I just look at him, judgmentally.
Okay. But he's still nervous about it. He's like looking at you like he's gonna make an insight check, see if he messed up. That's a natural 20. Are you offended? Because he would know.
I know what a feline is. He doesn't know what a word feline means.
You would know. You know what a feline is.
Yeah, I got an 11 intelligence. I'm very average.
You are of the feline variant. You are basically a sphinx. You know what a feline is.
Oh, feline. I thought you said something else completely different.
No. I definitely didn't say that. I definitely said feline only.
I see. All right. Yeah, no, I'm that. I'm a feline.
So I'm gonna sign you up. Is at the end of the week. Is the start of the month, and that'll be the fight. The end of the week, obviously, is where we are at this moment. But before we jump into that fight that occurs, for sure, guaranteed at the end of this week, you guys have a conversation with several people within that week. Some of them are going to be Captain Vrez. I'm sure you'll speak to Ali about some stuff. Do you guys wish to speak to anybody else within that time, within the 6 days worth of time that you have within your training? Because you have spare time to do what you want to do. Do you seek out Vrez for that weapons training?
Yeah, I think I want to seek out Vrez for the weapons training, but also I kind of want to just like talk to some of the guards and like kind of hear the scuttlebutt, hear about the goings on.
Yeah.
I have a quick question. Isn't he a type of the third? I remember correctly. He's the third.
Who?
Rat. The guy, the pig guy.
He might be. I honestly don't remember what name I gave him. I usually write down.
I have here the name Rats the Third, which is apostrophe RLATS the third.
Who?
Rats the third.
Relax. I got this name here. I don't think it's anyone else but the pig. I mean the boar.
Or Lats. I mean, it could have, again, I'm looking at this like piece of paper where I write down my names generally, and I didn't pull this name from this, so I could have just made up a name like immediately off the bat. For all I know. Heck, let me tell you guys the name of the bad guys you fought. Miarmadan and Glut. But who's ever gonna know those names? Not your characters. Anyways.
We don't take names. We don't take name.
You don't take names? You don't ask questions?
We're murderers, that's what we are.
Sheesh. Okay.
Jesus Christ.
So back to it. Seeking out Captain Vrez comes to a bit of disappointment to you when you guys ask him about the weapons training and at first he's excited that you guys come to his office because you guys appear, you knock on the door, kunk kunk. He says come in without you guys without even noticing who it is, and then realizes it's both of you. I'm assuming both of you would go at the same time to ask. Maybe. Am I wrong in this?
We go at the
Which
same
one is more
time.
Yeah, at the same time to learn how to use the firearms training, just to make it easiest. I'm assuming.
Yeah, I'm like a Manny. Yeah, which one's more comical?
Because if it's only one of us, that makes more sense than the both of us going to Captain Rez.
I don't know.
Only one guy has to ask for permission.
I think,
it would
I
be.
think we'd go both.
Yeah.
It'll be comical to the both of us.
Yeah.
One gigantic man and the other regular elf.
Well, yes. When you guys go up to him in his office, then Vrez, half water elf, and when I say half water elf, he looks exactly like a water elf. He just happens to be half goblin as well, and there might be undertones there, but they're very subtle. While he does have a belly. It's like the only thing that gives it away.
He's short.
No, he's not even short. He's a pretty tall, slender being, but he has a belly for no reason. Like there's just a belly there, like as if he just downed a couple beers. You guess it looks like a beer belly. But as again, he he asks you to come in, and you guys ask him about the firearms training. He looks at you and is confused at first. So much to the vein that he literally asks, "What makes you think I can teach firearms training for you?"
Yeah, that makes sense.
Is there a reason?
I don't know. We kind of just assumed.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, you guys can answer him honestly, or because I know for a fact that you guys see right outside his office, there are a bunch of weapons on the wall, essentially, and some of them ready to be rolled out if need be. They just look like huge cannons. So you guys can point out to those things and be like, what about those? You know?
I mean, we are underwater. Is there any fires in underwater land here?
You could find some thermal activity definitely under.
Thermal, but is it a fire?
It'll definitely burn. But I don't think it's pyrotechnics in the true term.
That makes sense. Well, they're using like coral or something like that, like underwater thermal vents to keep themselves warm. They're not using fire.
It's literally the planet breathing. Yes.
Damn, they're not gonna have gunpowder here. That'd be just regular powder.
If we were to have something that could use those weapons here, it'd be very difficult to get away with it right outside of the city. Here, you're fine, generally, so you might be able to find someone to help you. If you wish for me to put out feelers, I can. And what I'm saying, effectively, is he could probably find someone for you. This would be like the second day of training for you. I am guessing. This depends on how eager you guys were to punch that ticket, but he is offering a chance to find someone for you. You guys take it?
Well, the average healer,
What average healer?
Feeler.
Oh. Feeler. Yeah, he'll put out a feeler.
Yeah.
He'll figure out. He's the captain of the guard city here, of the guards of the city here. He should be able to find something sooner than most generally, but again,
Most,
yeah, anything can
How
happen.
long does he think it will take?
So I'll tell you now. It takes about 150 hours of training.
No, how long does it take? Does it take to find someone?
Oh, he could not tell you that. You'd have to
Mm.
either ask him and then wait for the response when that happens, but it might take a day, it might take longer.
Mm.
We could hire the guy, the feeler guy, and then make him come along with us.
Talking about money, you guys did a huge favor to the city. You've brought to heal several individuals that we definitely were willing to put our lines, our heads in the line for. To this, I have requested some funds to be transferred over to you for use, for your personal use. I have, and let me double check that with the roll right here, one that you guys don't see and one that is hidden from me. Okay, I have been able to, for each of the children you brought back, bring 50 gold. It's a total of 5 children, so he has 250 gold in a sack that he pulls out. This sack seems much bigger than what could hold 250 gold. And he puts it down. He just like just lands pretty soundly on the table that he has there, this metallic table. If that bag had gold in it, it probably has 10 times the amount of gold in it. Unfortunately, since we are denizens of the underworld, still technically, we are being fed and controlled by the perennial stratum. That means all the funds I have that I can share will be paid in silver. I hope that's okay.
Silver, man.
So 250 gold. Was that each or total?
It's 250 gold total in silver for the two of you to share at however you share.
Well, how many silver is one piece of gold?
There's 10 silver for 1 gold.
So 2,500 pieces of silver.
And then we can divide that in half, I guess.
Yeah. And then he pulls out a bucket.
1,250 for each of us.
Yeah, and then he pulls out a bucket and puts it down on the table. And this bucket, you could tell that it's filled to the brim with water. This is from my personal store. The guards generally use these items when we have to make an expedition elsewhere. But I again requisitioned one for you guys as a hope that you may aid us one more time. He kind of just pushes over the bucket to you, and he kind of just as he pushes the bucket over to you, you can tell that the water that's on the bucket stays completely still, motionless almost, and doesn't even reverberate as he does slide it over. But he does say you should be able to fit 100 pounds worth of stuff in there, as long as you can get it inside. As long as it can fit inside, you're fine.
I'm sorry, say that again?
He says that you could fit 100 pounds worth of stuff inside of the bucket. As long as it fits inside of the bucket. That's what he says.
I mean, I can fully carry the 1,250 gold all by myself.
Silver.
Silver, yeah. Silver. Oh, yeah, I can carry the silver.
That's a lot. That's a big sack, man. You're carrying like
that's a heavy ass sack.
It's like
I know.
Santa Claus bag.
At this point. It's a weapon.
It is a weapon. It is.
It does 1d12 damage.
That literally brought my weight up 25 pounds.
Yeah. Well, that's why he's offering this bag of holding.
The anti-tank rifle is 50 pounds.
It's not bag of holding. Uh, that rifle does not fit in the bucket.
Man,
Unfortunately,
Oh no.
it's encumbersome. It's like
Right.
weirdly shaped, so it can't. But
bucket.
yeah, you guys have a bucket.
I have a bucket.
I only
I can
have
teleport bread.
I have 23 more pounds of storage space. I'm running out here.
Who's carrying the bucket?
I don't know. Who is carrying the bucket?
Holds water permanently, but does not dispense it. Placing an item.
Oh, apparently-
bucket.
I put 500 pounds on there. That is not true.
500 pounds.
100?
That is not true. That is not true.
I can put the fucking core of the sun on that.
Oh, actually,
I think.
I'm wrong. This is true.
Oh, the 500 is right?
Yeah,
You
no,
just
you're
gave
right.
me
This is the filled bucket. This is the one from the underwater. Yes, yeah, this is good.
Quick question about the filled bucket.
Yes.
Does the individual item have to fit in it? So if I place
Yes.
like a bottle of pillows in it, and then I put a bunch of stuff, other things, does the bucket have mass?
It will take the pill. I don't, what are you asking?
How
Exactly.
much does it feel like you're holding, no matter how filled up the bucket is?
What?
Like, if you're putting stuff in the bucket,
Mhm.
does it still feel like 500 pounds?
No, it
Or
feels
the-
like a bucket. It's basically a bag of holding. It's just my way to have a bag of holding because I don't like how bag of holdings work. Is like is random space that you put into space. I'm like that's lame. So all my
like
bags,
Bucket
oh,
filled
oh.
with endless water?
all my quote unquote bags of holding have some elemental ability, as in it's got to be taken from somewhere.
So is it just like a 5-pound bucket?
Yeah, generally, it's literally
Okay.
just kind of encumbersome, but it's very light. Filled with water, the water is almost weightless.
Oh yeah, you can take this, Branza.
Sure.
Most of my
Also,
stuff is like 1,000. Most of my stuff is super big, so I could never use this.
Yeah, I got some stuff like that too.
Bucket's the size of my arm.
You could put the silver in there.
Yeah, I'm gonna put all that silver in there.
Please do.
The
Oh,
bucket
that's-
of silver. It's a new magical item.
Funny thing, the silver was in the bucket prior to it coming to you.
Bucket of silver. Magical item, man. I think for a straight, 30 minutes, I thought this was a magical item that produced infinite silver.
Oh, geez. That's in the other campaign.
Oh, man.
Yeah, they just got the wand of silver making essentially. They get 5 silver pieces each long rest, I think.
Oh, man.
What?
Yeah.
Just rest forever.
Yeah, if you're an elf, you could spam the crap out of it, and that's what they did.
That's why Scrooge McDuck's bedroom is his muddy bank.
Why do you think there's so much silver here? They're just handing it out. Regardless, you guys have a bit of cash, and you definitely have some new stuff. But Vrez does look at you as he's passing this bucket, and he says, I do have just one small request. I'm having an issue wherein the time in the in our city is definitely displaced compared to everywhere else. Currently, it's supposed to act as a washing station, so to say. If you ever visit the underworld and find yourself having lost some time, which can happen, returning here, or just arriving here, being accepted here, being invited here, breathing this water, living here, over time, it corrects the cells that were affected by Ayala's will, by her power that she's bestowed on the planet. But our mechanism isn't working properly. I simply ask, and I don't require you to work on this now, but sometime soon, if you could join me to breach the... And he's kind of just going in his desk to pull out some papers. They look like maps that were crudely drawn over a very intricate one. So you can tell that there's been corrections and that there's a lot of notes on there. But he does show you, and it shows you like a bit of a map, a mapping of a maze. And he says, in order to get to the key, we have to beat the puzzle, essentially. And the puzzle was set by our great goddess as she came down here long time ago. Yet, she never gave us the answer key. If there is one, it may be within it. It may be somewhere else. It might just be in the castle hold itself, deep in the stratum. We are nowhere near that. At least not close enough in the best sense. Again, I will repeat. If you leave the city of the underwater, you will not be able to return to me. You will see something else, I'm sure. The time is weird. It's supposed to be stabilized here, but yet again, we're having issues. So, I'm not sure if you've noticed, but it's all gone awry. You guys say anything to this? To what he's saying about? Like, to you guys, it would be slightly confusing because maybe you don't get it. But that's up to you to decide, really.
I'm just gonna nod, like trying to look like I understand, but in my mind, just like, the fuck is he talking about?
Can I make a general intelligence check so you can put it in layman terms?
I mean, do you ask him to put it in layman terms?
I want to roll an intelligence check so that my character, because I myself as a person do not understand it, so instead I'm going to roll for my character to understand it.
Okay.
Can you put it in layman terms for me?
Well, that's the thing is, your character may not just understand, so a roll might not even be required. Is just you might just have to inquire about it. So is there something that you want to ask them to essentially act as that intelligence check? Because asking someone is essentially an intelligence check. It's just you're not doing it.
Asking someone is check. Anyway.
I mean, yeah, find an answer from someone else is just as much as looking back into your own head, for sure.
I'm thinking here.
But compared to what Donkz or what Branza is aware of, you guys aren't really sure about the time. You guys have a semblance of an idea, maybe, but other than that, there's not much that is obvious.
I got a quick question for you here.
Yeah.
So you're telling me that time here, right? That's time is very different from the time in the underworld and in the surface world? Or is it exactly the same as the surface world?
That's the thing. It's supposed to be parallel to the surface world. It's supposed to be a constant. We're currently experiencing a slowdown and a speed up simultaneously. It's hard for me to tell, but if you haven't noticed, deja vu takes place a lot more often in the underworld. But here, it should never occur. I have 18 different reports in the last 12 days saying otherwise. People telling me something about dreams while awake.
Daydreaming?
No, daydreaming is what you and I do when we're bored. No, what they're doing is experiencing moments that are diverging paths or close enough. And sometimes they come out worse for it.
What do you think could be causing this problem, Captain?
I believe it has something to do with the key being either malfunctioning or missing. And I can't reach it to save my life. He does kind of show you on his like person that he has these like electric scars on him that have been healed, and he just kind of like shows you that there's danger in doing this.
So, out of character now.
Yeah.
We have a quest coming from the one girl who we saved from the fight in the somewhere, the boat, the harbor, right? We have the girl from there. That's a quest there.
Has she given you a quest?
Didn't she say that we were going to go upwards, so to get to the surface, something like that?
That's just to get out. Yeah.
To go
That's just to get out. She's your ride, if anything. And not even that. She said she's gonna go find a ride. She doesn't even have it yet.
Alright, so we got that.
Mhm.
We also have the Siren's whale, also known as the Siren herself. There's a problem there with the forest burning down, or something. What was the problem with the Siren here, Branza?
I don't remember.
From 2 weeks ago, you guys don't remember? Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I'll remind you. She asked to be free of her burden, as she is currently holding a Gaiax unit that is corrupted from destroying the underworld. Essentially.
Alright,
In so many words.
we got
I'm sorry?
I think we turned her down last session, but that sounds so urgent.
that sounds just a bit urgent, you know. The just the end of the world, you know.
It doesn't sound urgent because she also said she's been doing this for several hundred years.
Several hundred. That's barely a lifetime for McClean over here, Branza.
Well,
It's just like that's an elven day. That's like an elven lifespan right there.
I mean, she didn't tell you how
I
many
like that.
several
That's-
hundred. She just said several hundred. And we're also in the place that isn't affected by time, technically. Or at least wasn't supposed to be.
When you say unaffected by time, do you mean that time is slowing down here or fasting up? Or is it just fucking time, whoopie doopie, it's relativity, and then it's fuck?
As what Vrez says, it should be stabilized, yet currently it is not. So, based off what he's saying, just recently it started being messed up, and he's trying to fix it. It didn't work. He's better now, so he's ready to try again. But he'd rather try with people that know how to get stuff done. You guys.
So we got that, and then we have that guy, the time stabilization quest. So essentially we got three little things, and I got myself a fourth number, which is the Vitaman.
Yeah.
Branza, you want to help me fight a man? I'm looking low on. I'm not looking low on money. I just want extra money. to get us that
Oh,
free.
you want to make it a
housing.
2v2?
No, I want him to watch me.
Oh, okay. I heard wrong.
And probably cheat, but that's
Probably cheat.
and probably cheat.
Oh, I was definitely gonna ask if there was gonna be any kind of bending the rules during the fight.
He's a magic user, man.
Let's get ready to do those
Stealth check.
Yeah, sleight of hand.
You gotta hide in the vents.
Check those verbal somatic components. Okay.
Walk over your mouth so they can't hear you say anything, Branza.
I got something.
Great. That sounds amazing. Well, regardless of how you guys answer, he doesn't explicitly force you guys to help him out. He's just, again, asking if you'd help him out before you leave the city. That's it. On your way out, touch base with him, help him out, walk away. Free bucket. Or you guys could leave and he'll just be upset. That is also an option.
That is also an option.
No, definitely is. Definitely is. Everything in D&D is ready.
Everyone, do nothing.
Yeah.
Definitely an option.
Yeah. So what are you guys gonna do?
We already got paid.
You already got paid.
Bro.
Yep. You already got paid.
We don't owe anything to this place. We already did their work, dirty work.
Yeah. So what do you guys say to that? Do you guys like, yeah, we'll help you out, or nah? We don't think so.
I think we could fight it pretty easily. Just take that out first.
So you want to do that? Get that out of the way?
Okay, wait. Hold up real quick, just so I can write all these quests down, like I'm playing an RPG.
Okay.
What were the quests again?
You have the Siren versus the Gaiax unit. You have Escape the Underworld with Ali. And you have Vrez requesting to retrieve some kind of key, he said. But other than that...
Okay, and then what's the fighting one?
Well, no, the Donkz was just requested to entertain with the thing, and if you want, Branza, you can be involved in it. You are getting free drinks in residual from this. So if you wanted to get involved, like you want to throw in your hat in the ring, definitely speak up for sure.
So what I've got is Siren versus Gaiax unit, Escape Underworld with Ali, help Vrez find Time Key, and as a miscellaneous, Fight Club.
Yeah, literally.
Hey, you know what? Donkz? I'm gonna help you win your fight.
Yeah, man. Yeah, that seems like a good deal.
You guys say this in front of Vrez?
No.
Okay.
No. He can use like telekinesis, right?
He can. Yeah, you can.
Yeah, no, he's doing that.
Vrez will help you out eventually.
Do you say that to Vrez?
I think I just think that.
Okay. What do you say to Vrez then? What is said to Vrez?
We'll get to you in 2 to 5 business days.
Is that what is said to him?
Fuck, no, he just paid us a shit ton of money. We can't do that.
Well, he paid you for something done already.
Yeah, so, you know.
It feels like a dick to turn around and be like, hey, you just asked us to do this really cool thing for you? We're not going to do it.
He's just asking. He's not forcing.
Exactly, bro. It's even worse when he's not forcing.
Which is why he gave it to you first.
because when it's forcing, that means we have to do it, and that's like kind of like tyrannical. But if he's asking, that means that if we don't do it, we're just bad people.
Yeah, it's societal obligation rather than forced obligation.
Exactly.
So what are the words uttered to Vrez as he gives you the download and the lowdown, and he hands you this bucket for you to have after you fill your do you guys put the silver in the bucket, by the way?
I put my silver in the bucket. I already have it counted on
So,
my character.
so the silver, as soon as like it looks like it's going to touch the bottom, it just keeps going until it's no longer in view.
I hope the silver's just not gone.
I think I could stare into this bucket for hours, just mesmerized.
I'm nodding. But yeah, what is that to Vrez then?
When is the fight, Donks?
Donkz fight is at the end of the week after you guys got your level up. Now, everything essentially gets done at the level up in some weird timey-wimey thing, which is why you got to deal with this Vrez thing, because he's telling you, hey, something's up. I don't get it, but it's weird. You guys already feel leveled up talking to Vrez about it. Let's put it that way.
Ow, my wrist hurts.
As much as I can get meta, it literally feels kind of just in game. I'm not gonna lie.
You know?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're looking good.
So yeah, what do you guys tell him? You guys tell him we'll deal with it right before we leave. We'll get to that as soon as possible. We'll have to talk about it. What's up?
Oh, we'll deal with that before we leave.
Yeah. And
Alright, that's what Donks is going for. I'm going with it.
okay. And is that being spoken honestly? In Donks' mind?
Well, is it spoken honestly?
In Donks' mind? I'm just asking as a DM.
Well, now you see, I plus 3 deception, and I get to have advantage on these rules. Thanks.
Well, you don't have to roll. I'm just asking. Vrez is gonna roll.
Yeah, it's spoken honestly.
Sure. Okay. You can tell that he definitely eyes you up and down when he says that, but he nods to you guys. He says,
Can I
"I'll
make an
see you
insight
soon."
check to insight his insight?
No, yeah, you can tell he's trusting of you guys. Don't worry.
All right.
Yeah, he rolled an 8.
Poor guy.
Yeah, didn't even go average. But yeah, after that, definitely going about to the city. I'd say somewhere like hey, let's take you guys back to the tavern, just because I think that's a nice place to go before our next bit. Our next bit is a little bit more complicated, so I'd rather deal with that later. What's wrong with my thing? What? I didn't want that at all, but okay. Here, go here. How about that? Yes. So, coming back around, sometime at the end of this week, you guys eventually make it back here, and well, those people aren't here anymore. They're not locals. That guy's there. That guy's there. She probably wouldn't be there. So
AI generated old man is still here. Thank God.
oh yeah, he's always there. He's just always in the same cup. He takes for an hour to drink that one cup, but he's a consistent customer. Yeah, as you guys, if you don't mind, we'll go to the fight right now. Honestly, but as you guys arrive at the end of the first day of the month for this meeting, going to and. I don't know what name I gave him, but I'm gonna say his name is now. I don't know which one it was, so I'm not even gonna try. Yeah, our good friend the Hog here whose name has escaped me. Jeez, I gotta write it down on these people now. He does welcome you. First of all, he serves Branza a drink, but then he looks to you, Donkz, and he says, what do you want, champ? Can you handle one before a fight?
It's like,
Then
I just changed accents there.
he serves you one and he puts it down on the table. And he says, as soon as you're finished with those cups, if you want to get ready, just go downstairs. There is a room for you and your entourage. You guys can stay there, and I'll make the announcements. You'll hear me nice and clear. If not, I'll have someone wave you out. And your quarry, your opponent will be waiting for you. I'll call them out first. You come out next. You know, I gotta call the current champ, but and he leans in forward, actually looking at some of his customers and the old guy, and he kind of cups his mouth as he says this, and he says, but I have like 100 gold on you, so don't lose.
So, Branza, I got a plan. I hope we're talking mental and telepathic ability.
Okay, I didn't hear any of that.
Yeah, it
Manny,
came in super.
it was all broken up.
All right, so that was my fan.
Okay, great. I hear you now.
So Branza, can we use like telepathic ability right now so no one can hear us? Yeah.
Sure. I'll set up that telepathic link.
Mm-hmm. Set up.
So I'm afraid that if we cheat too much, we might get caught, which is not good for anyone involved. Let me assure you.
Don't
But-
worry. I have a plan.
But could we have like some sort of signal to say when we start cheating? If beforehand we could just not cheat, size this guy up, and if it seems like a bad situation, maybe you can start cheating.
Yeah. Give me a signal, then I'll do my thing.
So my signal is when I hold my axe, I'll change my grip to be holding the top part of the axe. Wait, no, that's too unspecific.
You have an axe?
I'll give you I have a glaive!
Oh, is this a brawl or an arena fight?
You don't know. Because you're asking me. You don't know. As you guys are, I guess, having this conversation, he obviously would point it out. The stairs there. He'll just say, whenever you're ready, just come back around downstairs.
Yeah, sure. I told this out loud. Yeah, sure, man. So, I think I should... What do you think the signal should be, Branza?
Say again?
What do you think the signal should be, since you're the one looking at it, and I want it to be, recognizable for you?
Just kind of like with your right arm, do like an arm wheel with your weapon or something, like you're warming up to strike.
That sounds great.
It does.
Like, you know what I mean? You know what I
Yeah,
mean? Like,
I do it.
like a little twist of the arm here.
Casual.
God, this old man is magical.
like you're stretching your shoulder out, like you're like elbow all the way up, do full circle.
Yeah, that sounds like a great idea. I hope to God that the fairy, that the siren or the old man isn't magical.
The siren is definitely magical. She has like a blue
definitely.
hue over herself. She's a literal ghost.
I hope she can't tap into telepathic bonds.
She seems to be uninterested.
Alright. Yeah, she doesn't care much for cheating.
I would like to ask though, real quick. As you guys entered this bar, there was a guy with a can and a copper inside of it. Did you guys put anything inside of that can that he had as you guys walked in?
5 gold pieces.
You put 5 gold pieces inside of that can that held only 1 copper, and he's like clinking on it.
Yeah, why not, man? We got paid $250. I got I think we got $250.
How'd you guys split it, by the way? Because it's obviously an uneven number, technically.
I'll take 10 silver out of the bucket.
You'll take what?
10 silver.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll give it to him.
Okay.
10 silver.
And you said how much?
So I got
Donkz? You said
I gave 5 gold pieces to the man in the bucket man.
Okay. I marked it down.
The one with the copper can, the tin can.
Thank you. He almost seems to not notice, and as you guys put it in there, like he's sort of just shaking it right there. It's just like making more noise now, like as he continues to shake. But after a couple seconds of hearing that noise, then he looks at you guys as you're already like, first of all, expecting to like hear them say thank you or something else, but they almost like didn't even look at you as you did hand them the money. But then again, in the moments, he does turn around and seems to have realized that, and then seemingly had lost a chance to thank you. But you guys do hear a bit of a gasp, like, oh. Like he's surprised, pleasantly surprised of the amount that he received. But
all right, let's get in battle.
Yeah. So you guys go downstairs, right? Going downstairs, you go to your I said your you go to the you go to your specific room, which is just an alleyway down a bit after the stairs. And you can tell that just across that door, there's another place where another green room, so to say, a preparation room where someone could get ready for their fight or what have you. But that door is already ajar and has been left empty. But going into your own rooms, someone does arrive after a while. Do you guys do or talk about anything in that time? I'm talking about like planning your methods of cheat or anything like that, or are you guys just good with that?
So what kind of spells do you got here, Branza?
I don't got any spells that I think can help you. I do think I have a radiation ability that can.
Speak to me.
I'm going to connect a telepathic link to him, to your opponent. And I'm going to start pretending to be his conscious and giving him the wrong moves that you're going to throw. To make him think he's just messing up.
Wait, when you do a telepathic conscious, is it your voice? You can change your voice, and technically it's your mind voice.
You could change your mind voice.
I'll disguise my mind voice.
I cast disguise self on my mind voice. I cast disguise self on the voices in my head.
I love it.
The voices in my head don't know who to go after anymore. Oh no.
Okay, so that's a plan. Is that the only plan you guys go for, or anything more?
Sure. That shit sounds fun as fuck. Yeah, no, that's the only plan, man.
Yeah.
We fight or we die.
All right. So around this time, you get a knock. 2 minutes. But
next week from my trusty World 13 canteen. I think I'm ready to go.
All right. before uh, anything happens. The hog person, whose name again has escaped me so badly, just because I didn't write it down and I haven't been looking at any of the videos. But by the way, I did figure out what's happening in my recordings and how to fix it or mitigate it. But apparently, I just have to keep touching my screen, and it just keeps timing out, I guess. But that's not the point. The point is, the hog person had come up to you, come to your room. He knocked twice with a hard fist. Something you've heard before, because he generally does do this to the table, so it wasn't out of place. And almost immediately, as soon as they knocked, they opened the door and actually asked, without stepping in, if you were decent. Once you respond yes or whatever, they do come in once you're good, and they hand you this kind of rolled up tube. You could kind of tell it's been used already, but he kind of does have this like rolled up bit of tubing that I would say might just be like one of those hand creams you could buy at the pharmacies, those Medicaid cream, those Medicare creams. But it's definitely been used. But he does hand it to you, and he says, "Listen, these are pretty potent. I haven't used it in a long while. I haven't had the need to, but you definitely could take advantage of it. And I just want to make sure that my people are fine. If you're near death, maybe applying some on you might be the better option. And if you could do me the favor, if you're gonna kill the other person, try not to kill them. Really, don't let them die. Like you could get them close enough. And if you have to, just use this thing. Essentially, what he's giving you is 15 HP on an application with this glue. This well, I'll just send you guys the stats. But you have 2 uses of this thing that essentially acts as a healing potion thing. So let me get that.
Glue. I don't think I should be eating glue.
You're not gonna be eating it. You're gonna be applying it to your skin or wherever the wound is.
It's like a valve. It's not like a medicine.
Oh, just start. Sorry, that's my glue eater face right there.
No.
Sunscreen. Put it on. You don't ingest it.
He says, it seems to act better down here, so it has like almost doubled its effects as long as you're in this city, apparently. So that's cool. And he does give to you. So you have some tube that has sea glue on the label. Other than that, it's very undescript. But after that, he just says, "Well, I'm gonna go to the stands. I'm gonna see your buddy at the stands. You have a space right next to me if you want. You can go anywhere. Honestly, there's a bit of weirdos around, so I don't know how you feel about them. But regardless, if you want to do any cheating, behind me would be perfect. Now." Do not go inside of the arena. If you go inside of the arena, anything inside of the arena is fair play. Understand? He looks at both of you as he says this. All right.
Okay, fair enough.
He does thumbs up and walks away backwards. Very cool. And then closes the door. And then, obviously, you don't see no more. But eventually, you guys step out. Are you guys ready? Donkz, are you ready?
Am I ready?
Yes.
Tear off my leather jacket.
Donkz, when you arrive to the arena, you see a face that is both familiar yet not. Reaching here is met with maybe some emotions, and you tell me how you feel about it. honestly, Donkz, because as you're hanging here, as you're yeah. Let me get my thing. Where is it? There it is. Nope, that was nope. That's not it either. Doesn't matter. As you're seeing this, because I have it here. Yep. As you step in, and please put yourself somewhere. Put yourself like right in front of this person that because you're gonna be here, Donkz. Don't know why you're so huge, but yeah. And let's fix that. Boom.
All the science
right.
about.
It becomes clear that as you walk in, you see a quadruped, so they're on all fours. Their skin seems to be nearly stone in shimmer. Like you know when the sun hits a rock and it has all those crystals, those minerals, the shine of it. This is what their skin sort of looks like, but a dulled version of it. Like you could tell. On top of that, they seem to have some kind of a. It looks to be wings on them, but the wings seem to emulate more of the flying squirrel variety type of wings from one limb to the other kind of deal. And as their seahorse kind of face, this draconic scales on a snout that is large. It does resemble a seahorse, but you know this to be very much dragon-like. This person is Kundra. You grew up with Kundra, but more specifically, you were friends with who Kundra is with, and Kundra is with Xiamaris, which is their tail that is also sentient. This is a chimera.
I'm friends with a chimera.
Oh yeah, they're from Mixitonos, and they were your old school friend. Kundra was your old school bully. Xiamaris was your old school friend.
So when I'm getting bullied, that sounds very strange.
Yeah, but bully's a rough term.
Like when I'm trying to
it wasn't so much bullying as in you think they were attracted to you, but since they were shy and Xiamaris wasn't shy, you would talk to them more, and you could put one and one together and kind of tell the pettiness or retorts that did arrive from Kundra came from a place that didn't mean to hurt you, but they were just being defensive in the way they could process it when they were young. But again, you could take it as whatever way you wish. As you step in, do you say something?
I don my mask.
Mm. What?
Somebody flipping. There's no iPhone. And this what am I talking about?
Okay, I didn't hear it.
No. At first, I stare directly at the eyes of Kundrik.
Kundra, yeah.
The top. The one who's not the tail.
Yeah, the head there,
Seahorse face. Can I make an intimidation check?
I don't know. Can you? What are you gonna say to try to intimidate? Like you gotta sell me that intimidation check, man.
Yeah, that is true. I gotta sell you it, man. I'm thinking here. What's intimidating to a fucking seahorse?
Oh, they're more dragon. They just have the shape of a seahorse, and their wings. You can tell. And you know what? Seeing them now, it makes sense because whenever they flew, they would always fly in a very slow manner. Like I'm talking 5 foot per round. So it makes sense that they were never meant to actually fly. Kinda, as you're looking at them, it's like, oh, okay, I get it.
I slam my glaive as hard as I can into the floor as I say.
Mm-hmm.
It's an intimidation. This is just straight up an insult. All right. I would say it's a pleasure to meet you, but that would be saying. And I don my mask and prepare for battle.
You hear, Siamaris, looks like your little boyfriend's here to play. I'll enjoy this one. And you hear Quizzical, huh?
Like from the jail?
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah, you're like, she's like, huh? What? Roll initiative.
All right. So initiative time, baby. Come on, baby. Come on.
Yeah, man.
I'm blowing on my digital dice right now. I'm blowing on my mouse. Come
Do it.
on, baby. Roll high, roll high, roll high. Why do I have 50 speed? Fucking damn it, man.
Oh my gosh, really? Okay, I'll roll here as well
no
then.
fucking world where I can.
Let's see.
There's no world where I can make this up, man.
Okay. All right, perfect. I was hoping. I'm gonna put you where you were supposed to be. You're supposed to be there. Okay. Great. They get to do what I wanted them to do. First thing, before anything happens. Yeah. You see them kind of just prime up and prepare to charge. This is very indicative to what. Yes, it's enough. What many centaurs and many other meat folk can do, specifically the quadrupeds. But this isn't exclusive to them as well, obviously. But as you sort of are charged up by this large lion-bodied dragon neck and then snouted like a seahorse or a crocodile entity, the claws across their paws seem to reach over to you in a very specific manner, in a very aggressive manner. I'll ask right now, Donkz, would you have been raging? Please say yes.
As soon as I saw that bitch's face, hell yeah.
Yep. Okay, makes sense. So you're raging. You're raging. But they're gonna use their effect, which is this specifically. So
Ranch?
Yep. They get to do a couple things. They get to
How many attack?
make their multi-attack and do another attack on top of that.
Chimera variant celestial.
Yes. This is they'd go for their bite first, I believe. Let me double check it. Yeah. Oh my gosh, you're gonna get hit pretty badly on this thing. Yeah, she's going for one attack. Then the two claws. That's one. Okay, that's two. Okay, are all those hits? Yes.
So that's that +2 right there. That's like that's a crit, right?
No. They're all
The
regular hits.
+2 I see on the very bottom.
No. That's just 10 points only slashing. So that'd be 6, and then 5, and then the 5 again. Yes. But since they did their wrench attack, that means they have already latched onto you, kind of throwing their body onto you, and they get to do one more attack with their claws now. I think that one misses.
Miss.
Okay, so yeah,
Miss.
so that last one, as you're seeing their movement as quick as they are, they cannot get that last one in, even though the whole point was to try to get that last one in. It is your goal because that is the end of their turn.
Okay, second win immediately.
Okay,
So
go
that's
for it.
a D10 plus my fighter level, so it's just like at max 11. So D10 plus 1. If I'm rolling this good, yeah, that's 7 points hit healing. That's pretty good. One,
right.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right.
What is that?
Pretty
A bonus
good
action?
right now. Bonus action, baby.
Okay.
As I have rage damage, and now I can use my attack. Oh, I use that. Oh yeah, whenever I take the attack action now, I do get
2 attacks.
2 attacks. Yeah. So whenever you take the attack action in your turn, all right. So I take
And
2 attacks.
Branza, please, sorry, Branza, please put yourself there, and you could put yourself next to the hog, but and let us know when you will begin the sheeting methods or whatever you decide to do when you decide to do it. But no, go ahead.
When he gives me the signal.
Okay. So Donkz, continue with your attacks, as you were saying.
Wave. 18 hit.
The 18 does hit for this thing, yes.
25 hit.
25 will hit for sure.
So that is.
Boom, that's a lot of damage.
To me. So immediately they come up to me, right? So I prepared my glaive, so I stab them in the chest as hard as I can, making sure that it's the upper part of the chest that I'm stabbing.
Yeah. I mean, it's a whole body, so you're gonna hit him. Yeah, as you strike through them, you're cutting them up. It seems like a lot of their skin is very tough to pierce, and each single strike, you're kind of just like grinding into stone as you do so. But you do get your hits in. Is that the end of your turn? Any other movements? Any symbols or signals?
Quickly, just to make sure, my mask is not the mask of the lost, the one that gives me blindness.
I know.
It's
Yes.
It's just a plain mask. Yeah.
I know it wasn't the cursed one. You would say I put on the cursed mask.
I put on a mask that'll give me blindness.
I'll blind myself for this fight. Okay. It is their goal. What exactly are they gonna do? They're gonna
This one's actually a psychic, if you believe it. They can do 300 psychic damage in one turn.
Oh my gosh, sheesh. Imagine. No. What they do instead is they kind of have you there, and they go for another bite, and you see in the way of like poetic justice, a reunion of you and your friend. As first Kundre does the snap at you and kind of misses, but in that, they just like try to snap at you, and you just basically clock them pretty hard during your attacks, making them break a tooth. By the way, so there's a tooth floating around now, and blood.
Oh yeah, we are under technically water.
Yeah,
so, yeah.
It still falls. It still falls, but it's like skidding now. It doesn't have like that effect that is like, oh, it's forever ground. No, it's still in the water. You sure for sure. But you do watch as a massive tail, this snake spiked tail, just flies around and tries to hit you with a 26.
Before it hit me, I just say, "Oh hey, Kundre."
No, Xiomatis is your friend. Xiomatis.
That's a tail, right?
Yeah, Xiomatis is your friend.
How do you spell that?
It's right there.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, hey there, Tiamara. How are you?
Boom! As they basically just strike you with these quills over their thick, hardened, scaled body. Xiomatis in their bit of a stunned look is staring and says, "Donkz, what are you doing?" And she kind of gets pulled away as the fighting continues.
It's been a while, man.
It is your go. What do you do?
Yeah, Giamano, it's been quite a while. I just keep on wailing on them. 24.
That hits.
14.
That's a miss. One hit.
One hit. That's still pretty good.
Get that action economy. Beautiful.
2. That's 8 damage.
Yeah. They're taking damage. It doesn't seem.
That's the lowest possible damage anyone could possibly roll. Wait a minute. Let me just look here quick. I did not add my glaive thingy. I did not seem to, on my roll 20, have my my fighting style great weapon fighting, so I actually get to roll the damage on that die.
Okay then.
So actually, it's a 7.
So one more. Okay.
Yeah, just 1 more point of damage.
Plus 1. Gotcha.
Yeah, baby, you take every point of damage you can get, baby.
Okay, yeah, I mean, they're looking already to be a quarter hurt in terms. In place of saying bloodied, I guess. They're not bloodied yet, but they are getting there for sure. As they kind of are being struck at, they're seeing that this isn't fun for them, and they decide to back up. To the tune of how much
1,
do you back
3,
up?
4, 5, 6, 7, all right, and then 1, 2. I mean, that's how many damage should that be? That's not good.
Yeah, they back up all the way there. No. Oh, excuse me. We're underwater. They go. Let's see where they go now.
Did they take disengage?
They do not take disengage. They go like literally here. They go up like slightly up in the air, and they kind of just flow away in such a fast rate of movement that you almost couldn't keep up with watching them as they move. But you do watch them escape, and you may make your attack. 17 is enough to hit, actually.
Question about opportunity of attack.
Yes, it is your reaction that you're using.
Reaction, yes. Wait, just one more. Let me read the rules on extra attack. When you
cannot make an extra attack.
It's an attack action.
No.
All right. So 17, does that hit?
Yes, it does.
All right, so it's lower than a 17.
Yeah.
That is a lot of damage, babe. I really should have gotten a great axe.
I mean, you can buy one.
Nah, I'm sticking with a glaive. I'm loyal.
Okay, so as you strike this individual, they kind of just go all the way back, using just their speed to get as far as they can away from you. And you can see that they're priming up Ziamatis again, as they kind of just speak over to Ziamatis, and you hear them subtly. They say, "Kill them before they do anything worse to us." And essentially, Ziamatis is kind of gritting their teeth, but does comply. And how many do you get? You get 3 of them. Yay! Here's 1. Here's 2. And here's the 3rd one that misses. Just these flying barbed spikes coming from you. These are pieces that come off of Ziamatis. You've seen this in action. You've just never seen it come at you
7.
before. But yes,
5 after 2.
it is 3. And then 4.
Oh, we round up?
Yes.
I take just like 2 more points of damage, I guess.
Yeah.
Automatically, because you already brought it down. So that's actually 3. And that's actually 4? 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yes.
And that's nothing.
That's a miss, for sure. Yeah, as your goal, that's the end of their turn. They're just slightly in the air. They kind of just not. Now, I think that's like 80 feet away, but I don't want to say that exactly. But they kind of didn't move all the way up to the air. I just moved them there for like effect. So yeah, it would be more like there, I guess. they would just be moved to over here. If it would
Are they
let me
flying?
move it, damn. There.
So are they flying? How much are they flying?
They went 8. No, they're not flying. They swam away 80 feet.
My speed is 40 feet, so I can't actually make it there. So I start off my turn by spinning my my little thingamajig, my glaive. I spin my glaive.
Okay,
I'm assuming that's the signal.
that is definitely the
That's the
signal.
signal. I take the dash action and I rush forward.
Okay,
I want to close as much distance as possible.
you're gonna corner them. Okay,
Corner.
technically, you're both right here. But yes, you're on them. Do you do
I'm
anything
on them,
else?
right?
Action surge, maybe.
I'm level 5 barbarian, level 1
Oh my gosh!
fighter.
Really?
Yeah, because action surge can do nothing for me because I just want to take more attacks.
So you don't have action surge then?
I don't have action
Oh
surge.
my
I took one
gosh,
level
man!
barbarian.
I would have thought you got your action surge. No, you won for your extra attack. Okay, all right, that's fine.
That,
Pretty much the same thing. I would actually say
Yeah, I don't know. It's not really. But yeah. Regardless, that is the end of your turn.
I'll be
Branza,
done.
what do you do?
I slam my fist.
I would like to create a telepathic link with the head of the chimera thing.
You are further than 30 feet away from them.
That is a good point.
That is a good point. That is a good point. Wait, just before I end my turn, can I use Cabiton?
I would
Use
like
what?
to move 40 feet in that direction around the corner to try and get within. I'll use I'll get here. You can get ready to do it because I think that's like the farthest I can get.
Okay. Let me specify. You're probably going to be 30 feet from away, more than 30 feet away from this individual for most of the fight, unless they literally chose to start hanging around your corner, and even then, you'd probably have to get as close as possible, and then other people that have been betting against Donkz are definitely gonna bring up a stink, to start.
I'm gonna take a full back dash action and yell, "Keep him there!"
I'll say you could get there regardless within this time as you see them move.
Okay, well I'm just yelling, "Keep him there," and I take the full dash action.
Is that all you do though?
I mean, I don't have another action. So,
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Great. I mean, you have bonus action.
I have a bonus action.
Oh, okay. All right, then. It is Kundra's turn, and Kundra doesn't like that you cornered them, but that's besides the point because they rather just attack you than try to go for a wrench. Yeah, they're just gonna start attacking you, I guess. Boop. She's not happy with how you are dealing with her. She's going to try to hit you again. After that 17, a 19 definitely hits. And that 9 will miss. As again, Kundra's pretty fast with their movement, and they're just snapping and slashing almost violently and wildly. But they do have some kind of skill to their movement, some kind of
8
repertoire.
plus 6, so that's a 14 damage.
Yeah. But that is the end of their turn. How are you looking right now?
Terrible. Sorry, David. I'm looking terrible right now.
Looking terrible. What was your HP?
How bad is terrible?
Quarter of it, a third of it,
What do you have total versus what you have now?
74.
Uh-oh. What do you have now? 20?
30.
30? Ah, it's about half. Less than half. You have less than half. You're fine. Okay. They don't look too good, but it is your goal, definitely. What do you do?
So I'm thinking of whatever I can do right now. My brain is shifting, it's swerving into whatever position I can make it out of it. And if I'm correct, the lore you gave me was that she had a crush on me?
From what you know, Kundre was always shy around you. Yet, whenever Siamatis or anyone else would try to interact, and Siamatis was kind of the exception there, but when others would try to interact with you or another, they always try to take away your eye from them to a degree in a defensive manner that can only equate to maybe, I guess, they were into you and just never spoke about it, or were just protective. You're not sure where it lies, but this is kind of the back and forth you guys had, and Siamatis and you have definitely had several moments where you've both have told Kundra to like relax or take it down a notch because we're just hanging out.
Can I make an insight check?
For what? Specifically.
I wanted. No. I'm trying to think here. Because I am low health, I could continue attacking.
Yep.
Or I could do a different route and try flattery.
Distraction. Okay.
No, flattery. I did not say distraction, I said flattery.
I mean, that's a distraction of a form, for sure. Yeah, do you want to do that? This could change the tide of the match here, for all you know.
I could, I don't think I would have liked her very much. So I'll be acting this out. I want to use a charisma deception check with advantage due to my actor feat and say, I'm trying to think of the cheesiest pickup line I could ever think of.
Okay, wait. Hold on. You're going to use your actor feat. Whose voice are you going to emulate?
Nothing. In the actor feat, I just gave, you have advantage? Wait, no, that's passing myself off as a different person.
Yes.
Can I use that to instead just lie?
You can if you use someone else's voice, like Siamatis, whose voice you definitely know.
Voice I definitely know.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Like I like the way I like where you're going with this, and you're not wrong to believe this. Like this might work. You could use any voice. Just give me whose voice are you gonna use? Oh, you could use their voice and try to use Branza's idea on them. You are wearing a mask; you won't see your lips.
That is true. Or I could just go straight flattery. That is true. So I have two choices here. I could go with flattery, or I could go with deception.
You have three choices. You could also just do multi-attack.
That is true. I could also just attack.
Yeah. You have two of them now.
I'm trying to think here. In my time being a gladiator, for a famous actor, who's the guy who I've talked at least 1 minute with? That had a hot voice. I want to mimic someone else entirely different that they don't know of, but I know of in my many years of being an actor, and I'm hoping to pick one out that was a hot guy
I'm trying to think.
Kind of thing. Could I make an intelligence, like a memory or a history check to figure out who was the hottest guy I knew?
The problem is that I already have the person in mind, but it's like pretty self-serving. And I don't want to include them in this because it's just. But it makes the most sense from like where you're from and everything. Oh gosh, there is a character in my book that is called Kay. The name was a joke, I know, but they actually became one of my favorite characters. So I started writing them in a lot. They had
You gotta give me
begun
that book, man.
a tournament. Yeah, I'm gonna publish in a bit, like in a month. But they began a tournament specifically after the Legends tournament was basically disbanded. And when I say disbanded, it's just more like everybody was afraid to do a Legends tournament after he won it because they didn't think that anybody would be able to defeat them. So he kind of didn't like that and was looking for fights regardless. And when a gladiator of your type goes for a fight, they're not necessarily looking for gains, but sometimes just to exert the energy and to find an opponent worthy. But without that, there wasn't much. So as Kay created some more tournaments and then looked around to all these other planets to search out the best fighters, he did land to Mixitonos. And Donkz, that year that he landed in Mixitonos was probably your worst year. And this individual, he stood at about almost 8 feet tall. They were very thin but muscular at the same time and carried a claymore with them that they held with one hand, almost too easy. This sword alone was dangerous, as you saw it rip many a thing in twine. But specifically when against you, it still somehow affected your body despite the rage, is what I'm trying to say. It was a very powerful weapon. And again, to the qualifications that you said, very attractive, very intimidating. This voice, everyone who was in the outside world would recognize this voice immediately. Obviously, you don't know them, but you'd have heard of them. You'd seen their clips of one of the last Legends tournament before it got reintroduced with the Symphony people, and he won it. He won a planet off of it, which was again the reason that they stopped doing these tournaments. And yeah, I mean, if you want to use that voice, it might just work.
I'm scratching my fake beard.
Well, don't scratch it for too long because your character only has 6 seconds.
Yeah, I shaved my beard today. It feels weird.
Oh, come on.
What's up? What's going on?
Okay. I said I shaved my beard today, and then I don't know what Manny said.
Oh, okay. What did you say, Manny?
Quickly, Branza, give me a quick pickup. Not Branza, McClean himself, a person here standing. Give me a quick pickup line.
You're saying you got a pickup line?
You're fucking.
Any good pickup lines?
This is necessary for survival, McClean. He's thinking right now. I believe in him.
Nah, man, I just got no idea.
Fuck,
Maybe pickup line is not the way to go.
Maybe the pickup line is the way to go.
You got one.
I'm actually thinking here. My brain.
Should we do an intelligence save,
Yes.
Intelligence saving throw.
please?
I don't think.
Pretty please.
All right, now I thought of it. Now I took too long with this.
Okay. What is it?
You gotta say it out loud, boy.
With my voice, that is currently the hottest man I know. That voice right there.
Okay.
I say. Do you know what a kabedon is?
Sure.
You know what that is?
Sure. A Commodore?
No, a kabedon.
A Commodon? What is a Commodon?
None of that. Definitely, you were saying the wrong.
I heard the wrong thing. A Camadon. No, I don't know what that is. What is that?
Kindly look up an image of
Okay.
what a kabe. That's not a B. That is supposed to be a B, not A. That's
A Commodon.
a kabedon.
Cabid.
Look up.
Okay.
If you'd like to quickly look up
Bedon.
an image online, you can
What is
find
a
quickly what I'm
kabedon?
trying to do here.
Okay. Okay. You're gonna do the lean on the wall thing?
Yeah.
Okay.
We are in a corner, so you know.
Okay. Okay. I hate that I know what that is now, by the way, but yeah, okay, you do that.
I say,
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna die.
Yeah, you are, because they're gonna make their attack in 3, 2.
Dude, hey there,
Yeah.
pretty baby. You know, I've always loved you.
Okay,
God damn.
make.
I just,
No, I want a performance check.
performance?
Yes, please.
Can I have an advantage since with my thing?
No. Wait, no,
I
you
gotta
use
have a
the voice. You use their voice. Yes.
No.
It doesn't matter. Oh, okay. I'll make it a contested roll. Hold on. I'm gonna roll it here.
Roll it on D.
No,
20
I'm
right
rolling
now.
it here.
No, don't.
You want me to roll it on D20? Okay, I'll roll it on D20. I'll roll it on D20. This way you can see your heartbreak, I guess. Did it not roll? What's going on?
Not roll 20, no.
Oh, there he went.
Jesus fucking Christ, man.
Why did I roll 2 of them? Let's see what the die would have been. The die would have been perfect for you. So, you do this. I want to say that's your action. Unfortunately. Do you have a bonus action? Do you have a bonus action to do?
I'm in a fucked up spot here now. I tried to flirt and failed miserably. So I'm trying to think here. What can I do to save my situation from being dead?
Oh, nothing. How much of a bonus action do you have? Could you disengage?
I
You're
can
not a
barely
rogue.
do anything with my. I can use a salve. Can I use a salve?
Yeah, for sure.
Slap on him. What's the roll?
you don't have to roll anything. You get 15 HP, but if you're in the city underwater, you get 30 HP.
Do I get 30 HP?
Yeah. I have to double check if you get 30 HP. Hold on. You actually do get the full 30 HP. That's a natural 20.
So 33 becomes 63, baby.
Nice. Look at that.
So yeah, no, none of the attacks ever hurt me. I am perfectly fine.
Okay.
This is two uses, right?
You only have 2 uses from that tube. Yes. So now you only have 1. All right. At the end of your turn, Branza.
So with one hand, I have my hand against the wall, and on the other hand, I'm rubbing my wounds with a salve.
Yep, definitely. Branza, they're still at the corner.
Would you say I'm within 30 feet?
You could get closer.
I'm gonna get a little bit closer.
You'd have to like get to the corner there a bit. It'd be very obvious. I would require a sneak of some sort. I will need you to do a stealth check.
Oh, I'm part of his crew. I'm just circling the ring, trying to get close to yelling instructions. No sneak.
No. Okay, what do you do in this position? Because I don't think that's you're within it regardless. Look at that, just in it.
Just barely.
You gotta dodge and weave. You gotta dodge and weave. And while I'm yelling that, I'm making the telepathic connection to the seahorse chimera thing.
Yeah.
And I'm just giving the wrong instructions in the head, just like he's gonna swipe this way when he's going the opposite way, and just like.
Make a deception check.
Can you make that an advantage?
No.
I make this with +4 on top of whatever I get.
Okay.
Because I can't figure out how to make this roll. It's deception.
Deception, please. Yes.
16.
Okay. I'm gonna roll this here. Or you guys want it on the roll 20 again? I'll roll manually. Okay. All right.
Well,
you'll see in their round how successful you are. But hey, that's right now actually.
Yeah, man.
Okay.
Fuck it up.
Right. So let me do one more thing. Okay, then. There we go. So what they're gonna do is they're gonna look at they're not gonna look anywhere because it's in their head. They're gonna receive these instructions in their head. Be annoyed by it, honestly, as they are very good at differentiating different voices, since they are multiple people. Yet, it seems they are affected enough. All of their attacks will be made at disadvantage for at least this round, or as long as you can maintain this effect on them, essentially. And yeah, you're right. You don't make any notice. Nobody sees anything. There's no magical effect happening, so no one's the wiser. So I really don't need a stealth check from you at all. But they do make their attacks on Donkz regardless, as they are in the fight with you, and they can only do the 3 attacks. So that's 1 with a 21 to hit. That's 1 with a 15, a miss, and another 14, another miss, as only the bite is true to hit, with, I believe, 7 points of damage. So you heal for 30, you take 7 points of damage. That is the end of their turn. No, it's not. They really do not want to be next to you. They just need to move. They're gonna fly. Literally, they need to hit you with a charge. It's the only way they could do anything. So yeah, they just book away again. Just rush out 80 feet. You may make an attack of opportunity as they fly out of your range.
I am trying to win a fight.
Yeah. Are you gonna make that attack of opportunity?
Yeah, man.
That's a hit.
A hit is a hit, man. I can't float it there. That's 10 damage overall.
Okay.
Say, DM, I've got a quick question about rage damage.
Mm-hmm.
What type of damage is it? Like, is it force, or is it just the same as whatever?
It's the same as the weapon.
With?
Yeah.
All right.
It's always the same as the weapon.
Right.
The individual you're seeing here has now become bloodied. Donkz, it's your turn. What do you do? They moved away. They're not exactly 80 feet away, but if you were to reach them, you would definitely probably have to dash.
Yeah, I'd have to dash, most definitely.
Yep.
So I won't. So I'll just use my regular movement to get towards them.
And throw something.
Let me pull up my thing here.
Yeah.
I move that far, and then I put it. No, we don't have the training yet for the anti-tank rifle.
Nope, but you do have that.
I do have a short bow, so I'm just gonna use the light. No, I'm just gonna use a javelin.
Yeah, I mean, you guys have like magical weapons now, like, or essentially. Like, who has those weapons? Yeah.
Alright, so I'll just use that right there. Yeah, I'll just use my javelin. Does that hit?
Javelin thrown? Yes, 18 does hit.
And due to the fact of the wording of extra attack, I also get to take another attack with the javelin.
Not if the javelin has been thrown.
I have 2 javelins.
Then you can. So you use
21.
both your javelins. That's it. You have no more javelins. They're just been thrown and
in their body.
Yep.
Hey, pretty good damage overall.
Right. Let me put that on their character. Oh yeah. Just give me a nice big gray screen for me to look at. That's exactly what I wanted. That's a lot of damage.
Okay.
Wow. We're looking at. I got 13, 15. Okay. And then 8. Sheesh. Oh my gosh.
McClean, do you know what a cabidon is?
No.
He knows now is when you do the lean on like the lady or whatever you're trying to get with.
Yeah, like the palm against the wall.
Yeah. Wow.
And my maneuver.
We all learned today what that
Not
is.
I'll learn today.
So after
my...
Pardon. Is this the end of your turn?
So I use everything in my power. But wait, just one moment. I'm gonna take a look at the rage. When does rage end? Your rage lasts for 1 minute, ends early if you're knocked or causes a return to
You have to either attack or be attacked. Or be hit. Sorry.
Alright, so I did take an attack. So
yes.
Yeah. I thought it was gonna be like a melee attack specifically, but no.
No.
Alright, so that ends my turn, yeah.
Right. So Branza, do you wish to do anything in this state? You are definitely nowhere near 30 feet next to
it. So if I like reach my arm down to touch him, like I'm fair game now.
To touch Donkz.
Yeah.
I'm fine with my health currently.
It'd be blatantly obvious if you touch him that you're cheating, probably.
The 13 becomes like a 14, right? 7, right?
I think I'm just gonna start shouting shit.
Okay.
Just like start shouting at the 2 horseman, like, you see that shit? Fucking impaled you on that javelin. You fucking loser!
Make a intimidation check. Jerk. Fucking loser.
Just becomes an asshole in the stands. Imagine this does good. Imagine you roll high. Ah, man. Guess what? You're just an asshole now.
Barely over that. Oh, man. It seems no effect has been done. As again, everybody up in the stands are generally cheering and yelling, and there's a bunch of them already saying those things specifically, but to like one or the other, and they don't come out as aggressive as you, but as you kind of breach past the crowd, it kind of seems that they're struck at the same time. So your words could have reached them if they weren't getting pelted by these what are they, javelins? Ouch.
Yes, javelins.
Ouch.
Yes, these are javelins my size, so they're about as thick as my arm.
Yeah. At the end of your turn, she's gonna go. She's gonna go again as far as she can. But is it hits a wall? Or does she do that? Let me double check. Yep, she definitely does. No, they don't. So back there, go back where we were. They didn't do that. They kind of just stay there. They actually just go up here. Whoa! What's going on? Okay. Move. Thank you. They just get up there, and they kind of just open their mouth in this odd way where it kind of just snaps open, and then the gurgling inside of their mouth just kind of expels just a huge flare of like light flying over to you, just like a line. This massive solar flare that well, is gonna hurt you. You're gonna take 7d8 solar damage, essentially.
Still have. I'm only still have.
Still have what?
Have.
Oh yes, of course. Oh, of course. Yes. But yeah, let's see if you could save on their dex save here. It'd be a DC 15, I believe. Yes. I'll roll the
odds are not in my favor.
Die. No, the die is.
So odds are not in my favor. Odds are not on my favor.
Uh-oh. So that's a fail. And that's a lot of ones. But that's 27 divided in half. So what is that? 13?
Wait, is
14?
Oh, wait, no. Or a 30 feet line. Never mind.
That's 8d8. Or no, never mind. I'm wrong. Never mind.
I mean, it could be, because sometimes it'd be rolling an extra die.
No, I just...
But again, it's only 14 solar damage. As you can tell that you're being ripped apart and sundered by this light that seems to kind of just not burn you, but more like it's like 1,000 needles on every point the light touches. So it's very hard for me to explain what 1,000 needles at one point sounds like. But then you're like getting hit everywhere, and you're a large creature at the same time, so it hurts. But you're also like
it's like
you're also pushing back on it, despite failing the save.
It's like the very painful pins and needles on your foot.
Yeah.
It's like really painful acupuncture.
Yeah, that makes sense.
since you only took 14 points of damage, they only recover. Oh, they have recovered actually a good amount. 7 points. Boom. Boom. So that helped them very little. As you see them kind of just backing away in fear of whatever you are now, Donkz. That is the end of their turn. What do you do?
Well, because I'm eating Oreos.
Something Oreos, yep.
I think he's eating Oreos.
No, yeah, I know. You can finish eating your Oreos. It's not a problem. Branza could have a go. Branza, what do you do?
So I took another bite of an Oreo, even reflectively. I meant to just finish that Oreo and then talk, but I just took 2 Oreos instead.
Of course. One is not enough.
So, 1 is never enough.
Never enough.
I get up close and personal with them.
Mm-hmm. They look concerned.
And I say, hey there, give them a wink and then attack them twice.
Yeah. Both hits. That's just insane damage. Let's do it one by one. Let's see. Boop, boop, boop. Let's double check it all.
Next time I'm gonna get axe insurgent. That's gonna be double.
Wow. This is insane because wow. No, I think. Wow. Okay. So at 1 HP, they seem to just kind of pull back and are afraid of the situation now. Yet they push forward and lunge to make their 3 attacks one final time. Maybe. That's a miss. That's a hit. That's a miss. So you get 8 points of slashing. It's 4 for you. As they kind of just continue to strike at you, and they're looking at you, and they're kind of wondering how their hard stone exterior, this kind of slightly shimmer that, and it's kind of different on each bit of a body part. Like the wings seem to be like this bit of a blue translucent thing that if you have it out in the light, it's pretty translucent. If it's not in the light, it looks pretty shadowed, like it's part of their actual shadow. Yet their whole body is stone. You see the scales over these yellow and purple scales, of a bit of a blue shimmer on them, on their neck and their face. They have these beautiful hair that is now matted and bloodied as they have purple blood flying out of them, essentially. While
Is that a radio?
no, you some people, some Mixitonos people bleed purple. Some bleed blue, some bleed red. But
right.
Yeah,
What do I bleed?
You're red. You're a centaur.
Can I bleed blue?
Sorry, buddy.
Oh no.
If you're a hog, yeah, you could be blue, but you gotta be a hog.
Oh man.
Yeah. But you watch as Ziamatis is kind of watching this, and well, shit. I guess you could have done something, huh? Yeah. Ziamatis is at this point just kind of casts this magical shield. This field of energy surrounds Donkz as she kind of coyly smiles and looks to Kundre in her last steps. And in the betrayal, Kundre just looks with a side eye, but then back to you, Donkz. ready to continue fighting if there even is a fight after this. What do you do?
Well, I'm gonna roll an insight to see how low they are.
They're 1 HP. You don't need to roll. They're 1 HP.
All right.
And they gave you 2 AC just now. Well, Semiotis did. Semiotis, sorry.
So I completely dropped my weapon.
Mm-hmm.
I ready an action. Could I ready an action?
Of course. What's your action?
I reach out with my hand, offering them a hand, right? If they try to attack me, can I use my reaction to attack them back using my scratch attack?
Yes.
So, so I reach out my hand, offering a hand, like forfeit. And if they try to attack me, I just attack them.
Okay.
And I say out loud,
mm-hmm.
Do you forfeit?
Okay.
And then I end my turn there, waiting the reply.
Oh crap! My the dice just fell out of my hand, but let me look at what it is. Okay. Yep. So that they kind of seem like they're holding on to their resolve. They're ready to continue being battered or to strike back, even at their fall. But as they sort of get a look at the situation, their limbs seem unable to hold, and their flop is heavy and sound as you have won the day, and they kind of just lower their head to you.
They won.
The crowd cheers. It has gone wild. People have been betting. It's pretty insane. Okay. Wow. Okay. Didn't think that's where that was gonna go, but sure. Your winnings in total are 213 gold.
Jesus.
Yeah, that's your cut. Branza, did you put any money in the bet? Did you bet?
No, I can't retroactively be like, I put all my money on him.
I wouldn't allow all your money, but you could give me like a fair couple coins.
He bet against
for sure.
I think next time I'll stay before the fight. I got 12-1 odds on the new guy.
Yeah.
Imagine he bet against me.
Yeah, I mean, could have happened. As this fight is won, the crowd does go crazy. Everyone is cheering. There's a whole bunch of a mess now. But yeah, you're handed your winnings. Semiotis slowly heals Kundra over time, but you do realize that Kundra is out of commission.
Yeah, I want to offer them some. I want to go drinking with them.
Oh yeah.
Just like old times.
Yeah, all right. Good job. You won your fight. They took 99 points of damage. You're 1 away from 100. Yeah.
I make sure to put some salve on them. So they don't madly hurt you.
Well, no, they didn't go down. It's not required.
I know, but just like a little bit of help, 30 or whatever the points of salve help.
Yeah, but that's the point. Is Semiotis is actually healing Kundre already with like this flame breath that is happening. That's like slowly like healing her. Seems to be more effective if like used on a person you rather heal. But they do have some healing abilities.
Quick question about the healing salve.
Yeah.
It had 2 charges, right?
Yes. Well, yeah, two uses left in it. Yes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, so I got 1 charge that can potentially that just gives 15 HP.
Yes.
Oh hell yeah, that give me that. That's fucking great, my guy.
Yeah. I mean, you could probably find some more. You just have to. You can probably just ask him if you're interested in it.
I could just rub people. I shouldn't have said that way.
Yeah, I mean, I felt a little weird when I made it, but I was like, listen, it's a fantasy world. Just like we won't think about it too hard.
Don't think about it. You're just rubbing people. That's how you're healing them.
Just rub them till they feel better. That's what I say. Yeah, what do you guys do after this? The day is 1. Write down how much you made.
How should we split this, McClean?
If I say anything today, it's please go to the magic word and get something done with those weapons that loot you got off the dragon. That's all.
What did we get? We got that like shield thing.
Yes.
What else?
It was a pretty big shield, and it was like a thing that looked like a club, like a massive club warhammer. It's gonna be a warhammer. I'm telling you now, it's gonna be a warhammer. That thing is definitely a warhammer. The other thing's gonna be a shield, but still.
Just gotta collect 3.
Yeah.
I just gotta collect 39,999 more. I can become the warhammer with that 40,000.
But what happens when you get more than that?
I don't know. I don't know. I die of sepsis.
Okay, let me write that down.
Hammers. If I get 40,000 warhammers, I die, and I get just a tad bit more than that. I die of sepsis. I'm eating the warhammers.
40k plus 1 dies of sepsis.
Yep, that's lore. That's canonical lore.
Yeah, it's been written in the note of the DM.
Remember, I'm also allergic to eggs.
Why are you allergic to eggs?
Remember the first time we were in a cave?
Mm-hmm.
I said I didn't want to get near the eggs because I'm allergic to eggs.
I mean, that doesn't make it canonically true just because you say something. Donkz is a bit of an idiot.
That is true. But I am an average man. I could have probably eaten eggs.
You're anything but average. But, yeah, you guys have a run of the place. What do you do?
I'm quickly just gonna get some water. Branza, you do the funny things. Will you?
The what things?
The funny things, like find out what the magical club was, or was it a magical club?
I mean, you need like identify to find out what anything is.
All right, I'm gonna drag this giant fucking club and like giant piece of metal skull or whatever it was.
Well,
I'm just gonna drag.
Yeah, that big metal piece, for sure. Donkz has been carrying for a while. I'm pretty sure the moment you guys got that bucket, that big hammer piece could fit in there. Like it's slender and thin, but it's very long, so it kind of just like curves in there, kind of. Just barely. Just let's just say that.
Yeah, well, it's long in there, so I don't have to drag it.
Yeah.
Slowly to the shop.
So yeah, you could get there, with it. But then you'd have to drag that shield unless Donkz goes.
Yeah, I'll just drag the shield.
Okay, you're gonna take it to the magic word.
Yep.
Okay, and at the magic word, you meet this again as a drow. They are a gray skinned dark elf. Um, they seem to be mute from what you can tell, and only speak in either gestures or literally writing out what they wish to express. Yet, while as you come in, you find them just idly sipping on some kind of. You think it's a coffee drink. Yeah, no, it's probably just a coffee drink. Like it's from the coffee place that's around the corner, so you can assume it's a coffee drink, but it doesn't smell like coffee yet, and that smell is very hard to miss, especially in proximity. But yeah, you reach them. Do you say anything specifically? Do you show them the items?
For a moment, I'm just gonna like lean on the giant shield thing,
Mhm.
and I'm gonna try and make small talk for a second. So, how's your coffee? Where'd you get it?
They give you a thumbs up, and they say, no, they don't say. They look outside of their store um, to the direction of where the coffee shop is, and you could recognize pretty easily from when they point. Um, they kind of just point like to the east, and then they do like a 3 point again at the same exact position. But you can tell clearly that's like, oh, go 3 tiers down or something to the other tower. And but once they do that, they tell you which tower it is. I don't know which is the name for which one. I had the posted note. One was called the Tower of Love. The other one's called the Tower of, I don't know, but
Babel.
of what?
Tower of Babel.
Of Babel?
The
Babel.
Babel?
From the Bible.
Bible? I don't know.
Tower.
Yeah, maybe.
Look, I gotta know. Can you talk, or do you just choose not to?
They shake their head and like
Neither.
they kind of give up and they can't talk.
Oh, okay. Can't talk. Okay, got it.
And
So
like,
how-
and by the way, every time they have to write out, they have to pretty much write out every other letter. It seems, but they do kind of have to write a bit. But it's slightly faster than just writing outright. It seems to be a shorthand, and you can tell that from how they have some of the presets. You can tell some letters always come up with something else. Sometimes the structure of the words seem odd, specifically since you can already surmise in their head they're probably speaking Elvish or writing Elvish. Just magically is being transcribed for you.
I can't say I see many drow elves.
I'll say that you actually do see many drow elves. It's rare for them to be in the underworld here, for sure, but mostly because you haven't seen many elves here, or at least enough to make that assumption. But in the overworld, there are definitely drows up there. And again, they're not called drows; they're just elves. There's no difference between a true drow versus elf, and it's just like it just happens. They canonically don't have their dark vision feature unless specifically they have spent years underground, of course. But yeah. You can't tell whether this elf themselves has dealt with this, but again, it's case by case basis.
Well, I'm failing at small talk, so I'll just move this along. I got these 2 items for you, and I'm going to pull out the club from the bucket and like heave the metal piece up a little bit. I just want to see like what they are. Maybe get them sorted out so we can use them. Any chance you could help us out with that? Help me out with that?
He picks up his wand and points to the air, but nothing happens. As he's kind of just looking at the air, it seems to take a while, and he seems to just be like doing something in his head as he's pointing, and you can kind of see a bit of a shake of the wand that he's holding. This slightly, almost thin like a needle, yet silver wand that he has, and it kind of he kind of just shakes it a bit in place, and then a bunch of words do pop up at the same time, and they come out as I can check for individual items, but I'd have to charge for each individual item unless you make a purchase. If you were to do any work on the individual items, I would do the check on the items for free if the work could be guaranteed. But unless then, it'd have to be 10 gold per check of each item. If the item is cursed, there is a $5 gold surcharge. All so that just pops up.
So basically, what he's saying is, if there's no assurance that work can be done on them after, there's a flat rate of 10.
Yeah, that's what he's saying, essentially. He's just making sure that you're aware. If you're just coming to check, is going to be money. If you're coming here to have work done on them, I'm gonna get money regardless, so I'm not too concerned about the 10 gold regardless.
I want these to be checked out and then fitted for use.
To that he nods, and he signals for you to push them over to No, he signals to you if he can touch him.
Yeah. I hand him the club thing, and I just like struggle to pick up the metal thing and like put it near him.
Okay. As you bring it to him, he sort of he grabs his needle wand again and just starts doing some enchanting. You recognize this as the identify spell. He does it for both of the items, and each time he gives you a bit of and you do hear noises from him every once in a while, but this one is probably the most audible. He is like a quizzical noise, like almost, but it's very subtle. Yet again, when he does it for these things, it's kind of louder than he's ever done it before. And each time he gives you a bit of a smile, and then a bigger smile after he identifies the second one. And then he doesn't know how to phrase it for you. And then eventually he just kind of gives up and says what he can tell you. And he tells you essentially that, and I'm not going to tell you verbatim what he wrote down, but he does say that the items seem to have inherent magic in them. And the way he puts it is, if you wanted him to work on these items, you'd have to make a choice to either make them magical or let their magic be brought to life, or simply be made into items. If they're made into the latter, He's not required. You could do it for very cheap. You go to a blacksmith. If you wanted to either unlock whatever magic the item has, or you want to input some magic itself into it, then that will come out of pocket a lot more expensive. But comparably, adding magics that aren't inherent to it will be the most expensive and could break a bank.
Mm-hmm. How much would it? How much would it run me to just get them with their own magic?
He taps the shield with his wand, and he says for that one it's gonna be 200. But for the hammer, he says I don't have a price for that yet. I'd have to see what it does and how long I can handle dealing with it, or how long I have to work on it. But he seems confident on the shield with the 200 gold. He gives you a slight estimation of what he believes the hammer would be, and generally not more than 500 is what he says.
Yeah, this is definitely going to break my bank.
And that's without the extra special effects. Jeez.
Oh my god.
I should have said I gambled.
You really should have gambled.
Yeah.
What would you gamble?
I'll take the shield. 200 for the shield. Done. Thank you.
Okay. He does write up on the air. Do you want me to check on the hammer and give you a final price tomorrow?
Yeah, let's do that.
He does so. And again, as we're in this weird, timey-wimey, weird, wobbly thing we're in, it's kind of in the next day. And when you return, he does have a price for you. He comes back and he says just 100 gold for this thing.
You were expecting 500.
Yes, but after he checks it, he could clearly identify that it doesn't require as much work as he thought it would initially. And he says he's actually been enjoying working with these things and wants to know where you got them from as part of payment instead.
Oh, Josh, we had this freaky, like, waking nightmare where we ran into a dragon that we had seen only a couple moments ago in a different place. It was some kind of crazy. One of our friends got killed.
Yeah, hold on. Okay. They write up on the air an awakened memory.
Yeah.
And you lived.
Yeah, can I what?
And you lived. That's
I mean, I seem pretty alive to me.
that's a rarity, is what he keeps slowly putting up. It's impossible, nearly impossible, to be met in a circumstance. And all this he kind of just writes down after, like, he gives it a second of thought. It's kind of impossible to survive a fight in a awakened dream. It takes away more from you, from your physical body, than it does your mind sometimes. But therein lies the problem, because your mind may also be affected as you return. This you are aware of. This you know that you have to make a Constitution save to even make sure you're in the same place, in the same space, mind wise. But yeah, I mean, you walked away from it. You came out of that with more than anyone else I can ever say in this planet.
Okay.
To this guy, like he's shocked. He's they're just now dealing with stories of people being bedridden from some of these awakened memories. But yeah. Donkz, do you do anything shopping wise? Do you go and pick up more salve? Do you go get more glue?
Shopping?
I mean,
How
yeah.
much gold did I get from the betting range? From the how much gold did I get from my share of the bets?
That was 213.
430?
Yes, write that down. Don't lose that. Only
2 and then 13. So
Yes.
I have 5, so that'll be 218 now.
that. Damn.
Yeah, that's math.
Okay.
So that's added plus my 1,255 silver.
I would like to remind you guys that this campaign is definitely loot heavy. You guys have money and loot. Just sell your shit.
Fucking love loot.
Half my loot talks to me. I'm attached to that shit.
My only loot talks to me. I have only one loot. It's my mask.
I have the one loot. You have a +1 magical
What?
dagger as well. You have a
I have a +1.
bowling ball.
A
You
+1
have
magic
a.
what?
You guys have a arrow. Oh yeah, talking about the arrow, the bow and arrow. Next order of business. Do you guys talk to Ali about anything? Ever?
So can I quickly just
For about anything? Is
Yeah.
that the question?
Yeah. Hold on. Donkz, what happened? I mean, anyway.
I want to buy more salve.
You'd like to?
Yeah.
It's 100 gold.
Unless it's 100 gold each.
It's 100 gold for 5 uses.
Oh, never mind then.
No, it's like pretty fair rates. It's just very rare. But they'll sell you a tube at the police station.
I see. And do I have to after I get my tubes? Do I have to sell those tubes? Is this a pyramid scheme or is it just regular business?
Do you ask them this?
Yes. Some sort of Ponzi
they-
scheme.
they-
or
they
is
look
this
at
just
you.
regular business?
Almost concerned as they hand you basically life juice.
Like, dude. All
Mm.
right, so that's 100 gold down. So
Yeah.
I have 118.
Yeah. But you now have 2 tubes, one with 5 uses, one with 1 use. And
So,
and they kind of just tell you to be careful with this thing, not to like put it in your mouth, not to put it in any orifices that you currently have, only to put it in orifices that were made anew because of some jerk or others with intent, you know.
I see. All right.
Yeah. They're real concerned. Like, not kidding you. They're afraid for you as you walk out of the hospital slash police station. But
Hospital / police station.
yeah. Is there anything that you guys want to do before we touch on what Ali is up to?
Well, I want to get coffee with my childhood friends, Kundre and Zimaras.
Oh, you're gonna go meet up with them? Sure. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, we're gonna have coffee.
Yeah, they will meet with you. Kundre is a little out of sorts. In fact, loopy because she's been downing some medication because of the world of hurt you put her in. But yeah, she's been nicer than usual. But Semiotis has always been kind to you, and you can tell from like the last bit of that fight they already were ready for Kundra to stop fighting, as they literally boosted your AC that last minute. And I realized they could have done that a long while ago and would have done that a long while ago, but I didn't because I forgot. Regardless,
He won anyways.
yeah.
I wanted to say.
Regardless,
Still W for me and L for her.
yeah. I didn't get enough. I just didn't get to do enough of those runs at you. Just I got the one in. That's it.
Hell yeah.
That was good. That was a good fight. But what do you guys want to do? To Ali? Go ahead.
Yeah, I think it's Ali time.
Okay.
It's Ali the allies time.
Ali, the moment she sees that you guys have her, because who has it? The big
crossbow.
Yeah, the crossbow thing. Yes, that.
I'm the only one that can carry it.
Okay, so you're currently with it. Are you attuned to it?
Nah, no, I'm not using it, man.
Okay. So it's just around you.
Yeah, it's just around me. It's on my back.
Yeah. Okay. Did you attune to the bowling ball? By any chance? Did anyone attune to it?
No, I think I have it in my inventory.
You have it in your inventory. Okay. All right. So and nobody's attuned to it. Okay. So yeah. So as she kind of just sees this wow, that crossbow. You said the name of it 2 seconds ago. This crossbow. She laughs at it having now fresh eyes that weren't after being attacked or slowly drained by these other goblinoid vampire things that were trying to kill her and her friends, or achieved killing her friends but failed to kill her. She chuckles and she says, wow, I thought I would never see that thing again. I thought someone stole it. But that was Anom's crossbow. It should be said, it is a very powerful and expensive weapon. I hope you don't go and lose it. But this is Ali telling you, Donkz.
What does she want me to do?
Nothing. She's saying that that crossbow is a pretty expensive and powerful item, pretty expensive and powerful weapon. But they don't want you to lose it.
Take 1d6 damage once after. So launch a devastating blast of energy by adding 1d6 force damage to attack. Pellet rush attachment, hair trigger. Blah 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 blah. Yeah, I'm gonna give it to Ali if she wants it.
She shakes her head. She's like, no, I don't want it. Just hold on to it. When we get to the overworld, we have to return it.
Of course. I'll keep it on me.
Alright.
I get double everything.
Just find the wizard that made it and give it back. It's technically whoever has it that doesn't return it, they'll come after. So just, that's my name on the line.
You know what the wizard's name is?
You know. Tempe Coliota.
Alright, spelling?
I don't know. Tempe. I don't know. Tempe Coliota. I don't know how that's spelled.
Alright. Tempe Coliota's got it.
Is it like a Tim? No, it's not Tempe. It's Tempe. But then again, it's like, whatever. Listen, just don't lose it, and then you won't have this weird weird mage that has mechanical parts all over his body after you. How about that? I'm just trying to warn you, you know.
Sure, I'll keep it on me.
Besides that, honestly, I did leave some stuff at the house. At the what? She says house. She doesn't say house. She says at the what's it called? It's a thing. It tells me right here
Safe
at the
house?
harbor. Yes.
Base?
So at the harbor's house. At the harbor house. She says, I left my pack to leave. Um, and I just haven't had the best time going back. I've had trouble actually returning. But at least I've made some headway, and I got the names of all the captains of all the ships. It just depends on what kind of ship you guys wanted out of here. Do you guys want the faster ships, or do you guys rather take it slow and guarantee arrival? I only say this because literally anybody I talk to about escaping this place is saying that, well, it's harder now because it's like messing up like the flow of water, and it's just more difficult. I'm not sure if faster is the better way to go or stronger is the way to go. What do you guys think?
I, you think, Ron? Clean?
Hello?
Yeah,
Yes.
What do you think?
Did you hear what I said or no?
not until just now.
Oh, I said maybe this has to do with some of this time fuckery we've been hearing about.
Yeah,
Fluctuations having to do with time fuckery.
fine fuckery.
You guys say this to Ali?
Yeah.
Okay.
See, where's Zen? What's the other person that we were with?
Shren
Yeah.
has not been seen in a couple of days.
Oh. I hope they're fine. Probably alright.
But yeah, to that, Addie's gonna say time. Yeah, no, the time is weird here. It's supposed to be better here, but I'm hearing rumors about like it's getting worse. I'm not sure what that explicitly means, but I think that the sooner we're out of here, the better. So I'll just go prepare the ship, and if you guys again, and she kind of just puts her hands together, almost like as a prayer, and she says, "Just if you guys could go pick up my bag, it'd be doing me a world of favor. I just don't want to see like my friends died there. I think they just removed their bodies recently. It's just harder to get near that place. It's hard for me to walk over there. Essentially, they just asked you guys to pick up their go bag.
That seems fair. Yeah, let's have to go back.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Then meet me at the. Again, I just gotta look at this thing. What's it say? Yeah. Meet me at the yard at the shipyard. Once there, you guys can just decide what you prefer to take, who you prefer to captain us out of here, and they'll probably take a bit of time, like a day or two, to prepare. But you're still waiting on your weapons, right? Right? She's
My voice is dying.
probably talking about the weapons that you guys have told her. Would you like to cut short, Manny?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Let's
Yeah,
close
I
it
gotta
up.
go.
Let's close it up.
Yeah.
I am a little tired as well. I'm kind of just falling asleep here. But and because I don't want to mess up your throat or anything like that. But right before that, let's figure out where we're headed. and get to our specific spots in general, because I want to say, specifically, would you guys have told Ali about your weapons that you're waiting for?
That we're waiting for what?
For your magical weapons, essentially.
Ah, I thought I already collected them, or were we still waiting further?
This would have happened like sometime in between, and they would have given you a time frame, and that time frame is what I'm gonna tell you now.
Gotcha.
But I just want to know if Ali's aware of it.
Gotcha.
I don't think there's any harm in it, right? Or what do you think of?
I don't know. She's a fellow member of not the court, but she's part of that pirate clan. So she's kind of on similar levels of like circles that we're in. So I'm kind of wondering whether she gets more trust with our comings and goings than other people do. What do you think?
Yeah, sure.
Bucket, yeah.
So you tell her.
Yeah.
Then she would clearly state that yeah, it will take the captains a bit to prepare, and it's best because as you told me, Branza and Donkz, it'll take 2 days extra to work on the items, essentially. So those 6 days that you guys had, it'll take 2 more days on top of that. So a total of, what is that? 6, 7, 8. Wow, I couldn't do +2 math. That's how tired I am, guys. So 8 days of work, which is essentially more like 6 days for them, because you probably wouldn't have gone on the first day. You probably would have gotten that done on the second day, maybe. Let's say, after getting everything else done, resting, taking care of yourselves. Big thing. I haven't even told my other players this specifically because I don't think it's come up. But the sanity rule that isn't essentially required to be followed or checked on could always be mitigated if you take some time off from adventuring. So again, sometimes it'll be like several months go by that nothing happens and you guys pick a town or a city or several routes that you guys decide to take to go back and forth to see what happens and then and there. But that's the kind of thing that one would require to avoid hearing people talk to them the way Kundre heard Branza speak to them. But obviously without an exterior personnel there. But yeah, essentially, you guys have a run of the place. You're gonna get because, and remind me, did you guys have Captain Vrez find someone for you?
Yeah, we had someone who was a gun guy.
Great. So it's gonna take him. Let's see. Ooh, he found someone that day.
Hell yeah.
So he found you exactly that day. At the end of the day, he says, "Come back in the morning." He found someone to help train you. Someone that used to be a soldier at that, so he'll do it for free. Do you guys give this person money?
Yes.
How much do you give him?
Yeah, what do you think is fair? A fair wage.
I will say the shield is paid for, right, Branza? You took the money out of your.
I paid for all that. I had.
You paid for the hammer as well?
Yeah.
Okay, then yeah, you guys are current with your gold done, from what I can tell. Like whatever you have is what you have. What do you give then?
200 silver coin. $20 gold.
You give him 20 gold. Okay. Branza, do you give anything, or just 20 is enough? I'm just
I think
asking.
20.
That isn't me saying anything. It's just 20 is a lot of gold, by the way.
I think 20 is definitely enough, and I could only contribute 5 silver at this point. I'm good.
Okay. So
250.
was 255. That's how much you have left?
No, that's how much silver. Yeah, I have 1,000 silver.
Oof. You have, so you give him 200 pieces of silver.
Yeah.
Okay. To that he gives you guys warm welcomes every time he comes around. For the several days that he works for you. Let's say you're doing your training, so you can't really exactly train overhaul with them, but you guys can do 2 hours a day without taking Constitution saves. Would you push it? Would you push it to train?
I think I would. Just because fucking Branza's a fucking tryhard.
Can we make this guy follow us around while we're adventuring, so whenever we take a long rest, he just trains us?
No.
Oh no.
This guy is an old individual. You can tell that this guy is gonna definitely live and die in this city. But okay, I want to clarify. If the Constitution save is made and you fail, you will lose hours. So time earned will be lost. Like, you would have been tired the next day, and you wouldn't have earned that full amount for what he would be training.
I'm pushing myself.
You're pushing. Make a Constitution save. You too, Donkz?
Make it advantage.
No, you're not raging while handling weaponry.
I don't think anyone should be raging while handling a gun.
You're the one. That's good enough. It's good enough. Oh my god.
Just good enough.
All right, we pushed it. Yes. All right. Okay. Okay. Oh, okay.
Put down them dice.
So currently, you guys have for the better part of a week. What's 9 plus 6?
9 plus 6?
Yeah, 15. Yeah. So you guys have 15 hours of firearms training. So to remove the disadvantage, all you need is 50 hours.
50 hours, that's all you need. Just like a couple hours, you know?
Yeah. But currently, you guys have 15 hours of training. Now, you guys haven't worked for 15 hours to earn this training, but you have a specialist training you specifically because of the nat 20 that Vrez had when he found the guy. Which, by the way, his name is Blelk. So, if you need to talk to anybody about weapons, you talk to Blelk about it, you know? And Blelk, yeah. He says if you have trouble with his name, just call him Bleh. But as Bleh or Blelk trains you, he's very hands-on. He's very particular, and although he's a goblinoid of some sort, again, it's very hard to tell specifically if they're either hobgoblin or just a goblin. You guys don't see bugbears here, though, for sure. As they're kind of attentive to you guys and learning these these weaponry, this weaponry that he has. He specifically has the weaponry, and he's supplying the ammunition, it seems. And you guys even catch him after the fact in the range. He has his own marks, his own targets, and on those targets, you find him plying out these the lead bullets so that they can be reused. He's gonna smelt them and reuse them. Do you guys help him with that? Do you guys assist him in recovering his ammunition?
Well,
It's just a minor thing. I'm just asking.
Sure.
Yeah. Okay. Just want to know.
ammunition.
So yeah, definitely put yourselves down on your character sheets somewhere. Write it down on your notes, wherever it is that it's most pertinent. Because I'm probably gonna remember that you have 15 hours of firearms training, but it is way better when you could just tell me in 2 seconds instead of me trying to guess. Because the second time around, I'm not gonna know how much you have total at the end of the day. And
I
again,
wish you could just bring this guy along.
do you? Nope. He wouldn't take any offer. He's appreciative of the gold that you gave him, but he won't take any offer of any sort. But
Guess we gotta find a mobile teacher someday.
But for the next use of your weapons in combat, you guys don't have this advantage. Yeah, so he gives you guys enough training. I'll give you guys no disadvantage on your next use on your weapon. So write that down somewhere. And again, obviously, it's no longer required as soon as you hit those 50 hours. And then slowly but surely, you get to get your proficiency points on there. So you get like one proficiency point after another several hours, and then another several hours. You're half proficiency at that point, and then on and on. So you're proficient. But yeah, last thing, we go to, because we're gonna end here. We're closing now for sure, 100%.
I see.
We're going to Allie's place. Now I want you guys to make perception checks.
Perception.
Please. This is wrong place. Close, but no cigar.
27 was no cigar.
No, I'm talking about me. I put it the wrong place.
Okay, is this guy alright?
He's not there anymore. I just brought
is
us
he
here.
safe? Is he fine? Oh yeah, we took him to help.
You guys didn't take him. Someone else did somewhere down the line. Yeah, he for sure is not there.
Rippo, so he's dead.
So I want you guys to put yourselves on the map. Put yourselves literally anywhere in front of the door. Because as you both are kind of nonchalantly, no, outside. Put yourselves outside. Because you're not inside yet.
Why am I so much bigger?
It's because I had you the same size as the other creature, and they're large as well. But you know, it's just you're not really that big, but you technically are. It just looks cleaner to keep you this way. Is the thing. So in these situations, definitely would behoove us to do this. But in the combat, it was perfect to have you like pretty large, you know. Yeah. While you both have just decided to follow Allie's instructions to just grab her go bag that seems to be in an interior room inside of this bit of a, I forget what it is. It's a harbor or something. It's a harbor house actually. So the harbor just is right around where Branza's clone is at. Is just further down there. Yet, as you guys walk up, Branza, you're quick to spot this. There is something following you, but you can't see it. You can feel it. The moment that comes to light to you, you see several other individuals clearly walking over to you, and I'll show them to you guys as it is clear what you see. First you see them. So arriving behind you guys seems to be these individuals. It is 3 of them that arrive slowly but surely, almost as if they know that they've already won the situation, or are very sure of themselves regardless. But as they sort of come into light, for you, again, Branza, it is very clear what you actually remember witnessing, what made you turn around to check, was this individual there that comes into light as he says, "There, master. I led them right to... I followed them right here. Can I have it now? Please." And this large individual, this seemingly sort of armored, yet spines all around them. They seem to be needles, sort of connected with fins, yet subtly like a lionfish. But you see their, what seems to be their face, just rip apart in 2, and now resembles a beak clearly. And from that beak, a massive orb falls out of it, pearl that could fit inside of a hand pretty heftily. And he hands him to this goblinoid, and he says, "Now run, little one, for this will be a bloodshed." And he turns to you guys as the goblinoid kind of just runs away. This is where we'll stop. As
Things do not look good. Nothing.
Yeah, I mean, do you want to do something there?
No.
Okay, just asking. This is where we'll stop, because I think it's best if we just pick up right here in this situation where you guys maybe could avoid them by just going inside of the house. For all we know. Again, it's up to you. But this seems to be the current situation. There is a goblinoid running. If the situation called for it, you guys wanted that pearl, then maybe, I don't know, run after him. But yeah, let's leave it at that. Let's come back next week or next time we play and pick up there.
Sounds good.
That sounds great.
Yeah.
All right. See you guys later. Thanks, Mr. DM, and thank you, Mr. Pro Z Omega.
No problem. Thank you very much, guys. Have a good one. I'm definitely probably going to sleep now. Or eat.
I'm going to go get some lunch.
One of them.
I am too. I'm in the middle of finals week, and I did not...
Same here! Anyway, I'm going to go sleep.
I'm not. I just work incredibly too much. All right.
Well, have guys.
Thank you again. It was a pleasure, guys. Talk to you later. I'll send in...
Talk to you guys later.
Wait, you guys didn't have any magical... Oh, yeah, you guys have magical weapons now coming your way. I'll send them in on the chat separately, because I probably have to work on them. I know what they do, it's just I haven't written them down.
The chat?
Yeah. I'll send in with the shield and the club that Warhammer does. It's not a club, it's a Warhammer for sure.
You say chat or chat?
Chat. I have problems with my sh, so whatever you hear is probably the other one.
I see.
In the chat.
Right. I'm gonna go now.
In the chat. I said chat 100%. Internet. I said chat. Oh fuck! It sounds like the other one now. Bye.
I'm gonna send it in chat.
Oh jeez. Oh, man. Mad late, buddy. Can't do it like that late.